Hey guys, this is the Boyders and this is my another tutorial of Unity3D programming. So it's been a while since I last uploaded a tutorial video and I wanted to make something different and something that most of the people actually are trying to achieve. What I mean is that I did a research on how to make a real-time multiplayer experience with Unity3D, and as I expected, it turns out that it's quite difficult. I mean, it's really complex and a lot of long hours working under Unity. So yeah, and I wanted to make this tutorial because I found out a way how to make a real-time multiplayer experience without all these complex things and without all the coding and etc. So what I'm basically going to do today is that I'm going to make a server. The server is having, for example, a cube with a network view attached to it, and the server is going to change the default position of that cube. So let's say if the cube position is zeroed, I mean vector3 dot 0, the server will change that position to something like 2 or 3 pixels on the y-axis up and 2 or 3 on the x-axis left. And after that we would like a client to connect to the server and to see the changes that the server actually did. I mean, a lot of you guys who already tried to make a multiplayer game maybe have noticed that if the server changes something in the scene or level and then makes a client to connect, everything resets to its default position, to its default properties. So I'm going to make a tutorial how to prevent that from happening and make it real time. Also, I would like to say that the client connection is actually two ways. It's actually 2 times connecting. I mean that the first time the client connects to the server, it gets the current map name or the scene name, or call it whatever you like, and also it gets the current level prefix, so that after it sets the prefix, it loads the scene and there are no errors shown. This is the best and the not that confusing way I found out myself, and I wanted to show it to you. Okay, let's begin. Now make a new scene, and you see I already did, and also make a new script. I made a C# script, but if those of you who can translate it, I mean to convert it to JavaScript, make a JavaScript one and just follow the tutorial. If you would like, I can make a JavaScript version of the C#, so it's not a problem. Okay, now as we're making a multiplayer, we will need a couple of strings. I mean, I'm going to use only a single string for the map name because I want to make this tutorial as simple as I can make it. And also we're going to use some host data variables and integer for the level prefix. So let's begin with the public string that I call map name, also a public int that will be the set level prefix, and then we say we make private variables for the host data array hosts list and another private host data that will later that I will later assign the last connected to server in that host data variable. So last server connected. Okay, now as this is a multiplayer script and as this is going to load new levels, the new loaded level is going to destroy all the objects that were in the that were on the previous level. So we need to say that we do not want to destroy this object on level load. So we say that in the start function, void start, don't destroy and load this. Okay, now what's wrong? Okay, now we'll need a menu for the server and client. So anyone knows that we need whether to choose if we want to make a client, if we want to be a client or server. So we're going to use void on GUI function to make our menu, and as we want that menu to be shown only when we are disconnected and there is no active phone line connection, we're going to check whether the network peer type is disconnected or not. So we need an if statement where we check that network peer type is equal to disconnected, then we show the menu. Okay, now let's assign our map name to a GUI layout text field. Why I'm using GUI layout is because I want to make this tutorial and this script as simple as I can make it, so it will be a not quite long tutorial and it will be easy for you to understand it. So we make a button for the start server thing, start server. Now we need a button for the refresh layout dot button refresh. And now we would like to make a buttons for the servers if there are servers available. So if hosts list is not equals to null, then we make for statement int I equals to 0, I is smaller than hosts list dot length I plus plus. Now we need to make if GUI layout dot button host list dot wide and beginning network dot connect to host list dot host list wide and last server connected is equals to host list wide. Okay, as we want to make a button for each of the servers available in the host list, when we're using the for statement, so it goes through the length of the host list, and for every single host data in the host list it makes a button. Now in the start server we need to initialize the server, so we type network initialize server. I'm going to use 32 max connections. I'm going to put a port of 26200 and I'm not going to use net. Also, we need to register our master server register host. Now we're going to put some unique master server name, and mine is going to be CMB tutorial, and the server name will be let's say RealTime tutorial. Okay, now in the server in the refresh button, we would like to request the host list. We do that by typing servers master server request host list, and we need to set our unique master server name tutorial. Okay, now all of this is our menu. Now let's actually make our multiplayer. To do that, we're going to use some of the network functions, such as void on server initialized, void on player connected, void on level was loaded, void on play on disconnected from server, and for the request host list, I'm going to use void on master server event, master server event, master server variable. Okay, here we'll check whether the master server event received the host list or not. So we say if master server is equals to master server event that host list received, then we assign the host list to the actual host list. Master server dot pull host list. Okay, here it's done. As we're going to load levels or scenes through the internet, we will need an RPC functions such as void get server info and RPC void load server info. With the get server info, we'll send the server's current in-game map name and current level prefix to the client, and with the load server info, we'll choose whether the server will load a map for all of the players or the client will load the server's map. So we're going to need a string map for the map name and integer prefix for the level prefix. Now on the server initialized, we're going to load the server map. So we say that load server info map name is our first property and set level prefix. Okay, yeah. Now here we're going to set network dot set level prefix to prefix and application dot load level to map. Okay, what does this network set level prefix do? As you know, if you want to synchronize the properties of an object through the internet between the clients or client and server, you need to put a network view to that object. So if you want every single object to be synchronized exactly the way you want it to be, you need to set a special prefix integer for the current level. So this prefix sets a whole new unique view ID numbers for every single network view object in the scene. That way it helps synchronizing the properties, positions, rotation, scales, animations, and others through the internet easily. So as we did this, we need to send our server's info to the client when the client joins the server. So here we'll go on RPC network view. So we need a network player. Okay, this means that every time a player connects to the server, it will get its unique network, let's say GUID or network player ID or network name or whatever you call it, and we would like to send special arguments to that ID. So let's type network view dot RPC and call our get server info RPC function. So here in the first property we put get server info. On the target we put our connected player, so we assign it here player, and in the parameters we set our server map name and our server prefix. Okay, here we need to assign the local variables of the player, of the client. So let's say map name is equals to map, and also the set level prefix is equals to prefix. Okay, as I told you that the client first will connect, then disconnect, and then it will connect again to the server. We need to check if the client has already connected to the server, and if not, it will disconnect and connect again. Okay, let's put a private bool is already connected. So here in the get server info, if let's check if the client has already connected. So we check if is already connected is equals to false, then already connect, then if the player has not already connected, we need to disconnect again. So we say network dot disconnect. Okay, this way, after we send our current map and prefix to the client, he will disconnect. Now on disconnected from server will be called on the client every time he disconnects from the server. So after he disconnected, we need to say that he was already connected. So we type is already connected is equals to true, and Yes, and as we said that we would like the client to connect again. So if we make the client connect to the server again right after it has disconnected, this will give us a level prefix error, and the synchronization will not be active. So we need to make an enumerator. Let's go wait for server connect, and here youth return new wait for seconds, and let's say 1 second. Then after this 1 second has gone, we need to load the level. So load server info map name and set level prefix. Now after the client loads the map, we need to establish the network connection again, so that the server and the client can communicate and sync the objects. So so we're going to use that with onLevel was loaded. So every time onLevel was loaded is active, it will make a connection. But in order not to have glitches, we need to check whether the disconnection, whether there is not active connection, and whether it's the server or not. So let's check if the network peer type is equals to network peer type that disconnected and also isn't server, isn't network dot is server. Now let's establish the connection, network dot connect, and we want to connect to the same server, but but in order not to check the host list again, we assigned that last server connected. So we're going to connect to that server, last server connected, semicolon. And I think that is it. Oh, and in order not to get the server info after the client disconnects and connects again, we're going to say that it will only get server info if the client has not already connected. So if is not connected, if is not already connected, then get the server info. Okay. Yeah, I think it's done. Okay, now let's make a empty game object. I will name my net manager, and I will assign the script. So let's set map name by default, test level 1, and let's set prefix to default 2. Okay, I already have a scene with a cube and main camera, and the cube has a network view and its default position is 0. So let me duplicate it and make this 1, make this 0, 1, Okay, now, oops, let me do it again. 1 0 1. Okay. So now every time the client connects to the server, it will load this scene, and if the server did not change any of the properties of the cubes, and the properties of the cubes on the client side will also be not changed. Did I say it right? Maybe, I don't know. So let's check it. Let me build it. Okay, build 1, build 2. Okay, I click play. You see here I get the map name, the start server, and the refresh buttons, and here wait a second, build settings, delete this, add current, make it first. Okay, let me repeat this. I'm sorry guys. Come on, faster. So, okay, let me do it on my own. Okay, here is it. Here's our start server button, our refresh button, and our map name text field. So let's make the editor the server, start server. What am I doing wrong? Guys, wait a second. Let me check if there's something wrong here. Okay, I'm going to pause and see what's wrong. Okay guys, sorry, I had to change my port because it seems it's already in use. So let me try one more time. Okay, so let's make the editor the one who is going to host, and now here you see it loaded the scene. Now let's change the cube's positions, maybe this here, and put that one there, and let's try to connect and see what happens. Refresh. Okay, here comes our server button, RealTime tooth. Let's connect to it. So wait 1 second or 2 or 3, and I don't know what happens. For God's sake, what happened? Come on. Oh, sorry guys, my mistake. I forgot to attach a network view to the net manager. Let me build it again, and I'm sorry for that, guys. Okay, let me try one more time. Start server, change the cube positions for now here, change this around there. Now let's refresh, let's connect. Now what? Come on! Okay guys, give me one more minute to find out what's wrong with this. Guys, I'm so sorry about this, but I'm stupid as hell. You see, I made an enumerator here, but I didn't sign it anywhere. Okay, so now on the disconnect from server, after we say that the client has already connected, we need to start the coroutine. Wait for server connect and put the semicolon. Now let me try one last time, I promise. Actually I don't. I'm not aware of what's going to happen. Okay, as you see guys, I'm trying to do my best to make tutorials, but these days I'm too busy to work on our current work in progress project, and I couldn't do any tutorials, and also I had not a single idea on what to do for a tutorial. Then I came up with the idea of making a real-time multiplayer that will sync every object, and I just wanted to show you my way of doing it. So let's start the server again, change the position, change it here also, and here refresh, and here is it. It's working like charm. As you see, if we change the position, it updates on the client. Everything is seamlessly synchronized, and there's no glitches, there's no lag, or if there's lag, it's maybe because of the recording. I don't know, I don't see any lag here. And that's it for today guys. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and I hope you learned something new. Also, I would like you to let me know if there's another way of doing this I did tonight, and maybe I would be able to make a more advanced multiplayer script, and maybe show it to you. I don't know. That's it for today guys. See ya, and give it a like please. Bye.